Synodality has to begin with us deepening our prayer and really deepening our ability to listen to the Spirit, because that's at the heart of synodality. Well, I'm the General Counselor for Formation, and that involves two different aspects. First, it involves providing advice and counsel to Father General on a range of issues that involve the Universal Society. But secondly, I have a particular responsibility for looking at issues in our formation throughout the Universal Society. All the way back in 2015, Pope Francis said, "It is precisely this path of synodality that God expects of the Church of the third millennium." So Pope Francis is calling us as a church to a synodal path. And as you know, synod comes from this old word that means on the path, on the way. And it's an image of us as church, as people of God, walking together, being led by the Spirit as we listen to where God is calling us. We really need to develop the skill of having spiritual conversations where we share in a prayerful and discerning way with one another what the Spirit is saying to us in prayer. And that's a really critically important skill, and it's very different than just coming together and having a small group discussion. We need to become better at prayer, better at spiritual conversation, better at discerning and comment. And I think we're heading down that path, and I have every confidence we'll do that. If you're feeling that hint of the Spirit inviting you to leadership, don't be afraid. Take a risk. Look at the scriptures. So often God is calling young people, and He's calling people who oftentimes say, "Not me, I'm too young," or "I can't do this," or "I'm not ready." And always the Lord says, "Don't be afraid. I'm calling you by name." And I think we as a whole church really need to listen to the young, to accompany them, and to listen to how the Spirit is speaking through them to the whole church. Well, my hopes for the future are really that we stay very, very faithful to the synodal path that Pope Francis is inviting us to. And I think there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. We still need to have rich theological reflection on what synodality means for the church. And my hope is that as we do that, and as we stay faithful to this, that we will emerge as a church that has an ever greater union of hearts and minds, where all people feel that they are really a part of this rich body of the church, where all people feel that they are able to be heard, and that the way that the Spirit is moving in them is listened to. And so that we come out of this as a church that's on fire and that is really able to bring the good news to a world that is very much in need of it.